about you hit me like a hurricane. Take the chance the day my loneliness. Oh, something about you hit me like a freight train to the chest the day my loneliness. Left the room the second that you walked in, something like a fever dream. Haven't slept in months, I think I'm seeing things. Shadows dancing us out of our clothes. I'll be damned if I love you, damned if I don't. Well, let's try that again. Do it one at a time. Something about you hit me like a freight train to the chest the day my loneliness. Shadows dancing on the side of our clothes. I'll be damned if you love me, damned if you don't. Something about you hit me like a freight train to the chest and my loneliness. Shadows dancing outside of our clothes. Be damned if you love me. Damned if you don't. AI summarized the live, and it says a dramatic performance from the song Damned If I Don't. Crack me up. That was not dramatic. So. Hey. Y'all go check out the last video I posted. I made an acapella video singing Simple Man. Go show it some love, please. I sang to my plushy Peter that's named after my stolen dog that the gang stalkers took for views and money. I sang to my plushy Peter that's named after my stolen dog that the gang stalkers took for views and money. Named after my stolen dog that the gang stalkers took for views and money. Something about you hit me like a freight train to the chest of day, my loneliness. No, they stole him. They had that crazy psycho lady that was working with Mama Tot that acted like she grew up with me, that I met one time as a teenager and haven't seen in 30 years. Took the videos of Mama Tot saying she was my sister to co-workers and police and had them set me up and did a lot of illegal weird things, and they went in my room and just took all my things without my permission and stole them, and like told the cops she was my sister because Mama Tot said so. I don't even know the bitch's name or what state she lives in. I met her one time, like almost 30 years ago. I'm 42. I don't know anything about her. And so then she was working with Mama Tot and Slot on this whole fake domestic violence charity thing, and they just decided to use me for attention and views and to make money. So they've stolen all my things, and the police department helped them, and they're not doing anything to help me get it back. I've made several reports, but they just had people from the hate group make reports trying to make it look like that crazy cunt knows me. And so she was allowed to steal my things because she showed a video saying Mama Tot said she was my sister. So the cops just let them have all my shit and let them break in and steal the paperwork connecting Mama Tot to Purple Picket and Slot. And then they brought back that black folder to jail, which is just stupid, with the stolen stuff out of it. So, like, what are they trying to prove? Like, I'm saying I got proof of everything that happened. They break in and steal it to prove I don't have any. That's a little odd, but it's all coming out in court now, where they beat the shit out of me and tried to turn around and blame me for it, so they can get views and attention for Big Keen and Mama Tot and Maggie that night when Maggie kidnapped me and pretended like she was helping me get housing so they could steal my social security number and have me fraudulently arrested. Yeah, I'm okay. I've got 4 really bad dental abscesses and 2 of them have staph, and so that's awful. But all the truth is coming out. So that's great. This is bad. And then I have 2 more abscesses. Yeah, and they won't stop. And they're still trying to use this whole thing for Dixie as attention for Mama Tot and Corey and Inferno to stalk me and talk to my roommate and get my address and try to intimidate me out of going to court, because now that they are actually being discovered for what happened that day, they don't want it to come out. They want to kick rocks and run now. Oh no, baby, let's play. Let's get it all out there. I want to show everything that happened to me, and that she was trying to traffic me and all this stuff, and I want it to be held accountable. We ain't gonna kick rocks and run now. That happened to me, and that she was trying to traffic me and all this stuff, and I want it to be held accountable. We ain't gonna kick rocks and run now. Me and all this stuff, and I want it to be held accountable. We ain't gonna kick rocks and run now. They admitted that they don't have any proof. They, the first time, had Corey and all these people filming my ass for hand hearts. And then they're like, oh, oops, Dixie doesn't have any proof. Tabitha's the only one with proof. We're not going to help her anymore. So they send one of their minions into the courtroom to try to stalk and film and get all the info they could for the hate group to keep getting money and attention. It was so pathetic. I had to be escorted in by security because of what Corey did last time. And they just don't stop. They're so scared about the truth coming out. They're making it obvious. Yeah, they're still doing it. They just last week they had gotten my address from one of my roommates and had her send in a video to the people I rent from to try to make it look like I had a toaster in my room, and did a bunch of weird shit just trying to keep their narrative going and cause trouble. And I had gotten along with the lady for 4 months, bought her all kinds of stuff, cooked for her, she cooked for me, we were really good friends. And then she sends me a video and a message saying Mama Tot kept contacting her on Insta, and I have all the messages of her saying, why is this lady with so many millions of followers following me just because I live with you? And then that's when she started sending me messages saying Corey was saying this, Corey was doing that. And then they got my address from her, and they were talking about my backyard and the number of trees I had in my backyard to try to scare me and intimidate me out of going to court. It's just, they're going to do anything to keep the truth from coming out, even though they're the ones that wanted to take me to trial. Okay, baby, let's show all my evidence. Let's show all my proof. Let's show that I was targeted, and then see what happens. Yeah, they are not stopping. And they've committed like 6 felonies already with fraud and racketeering my images and luring me to different states, promising they had campers so they could traffic me and do weird shit and try to get me in a mental institution so they could get away with committing charity fraud longer. Just because I saw that they were running a fake charity, I warned people. Mama Tot and Slot are not real advocates. They pose as advocates. They're taking the money, they're pocketing it, and nobody listened. Well, look up Amy Downs' fake DV charity scam. It was going on every year I said it was. And thanks to me and my big mouth, she was stopped. Yeah. Because God told me what they were doing and showed me that they're not helping people. Like with Slot was only paying money to Maggie. She didn't do anything to help me with my hotel when they were the ones that put me in the abusive situation. And then she was paying Maggie all this money, and she was getting all this money, and she was getting Maggie to get my social security number and try to pretend like she was helping me with housing. And then they had me thrown out the next day for attention. Like, it was so crazy because they had the social security number to try to fraudulently arrest me. And that's when she announced that Dixie and Slot had rescued me from Dixie's, that they had went and got a warrant against me under the wrong name and date of birth because they stole my birth certificate and put my mom's married name on my warrant or something. And so that has not legally been my name since it wasn't even my legal name when I was born. It was like my biological mom's married name. And so they had me arrested under that so that TMH lady could commit fraud. And they've been doing a lot of sick shit, and they helped her steal all my things. They're all covering for each other. They thought they were just going to make me look crazy and get away with everything they did, but all right, I'll call your bluff. You don't want no smoke from me and God, I promise you that. They gonna know I am who I said I was when they get done, I promise you. They gonna know I am who I said I was when they get done, I promise you. Hollering at me, putting me down, and she had never done that until Mama Tot started messaging her. Lauren had even came and visited and saw us like hugging and getting along. She went with us to the store. Everything was amazing. And then she sends me that message, and I sent it to my friends to show them that she was saying Mama Tot was telling her all these ugly things about me and that I was doing DRUGS and all this stuff. And I can pass a test right now. So, like it's any of y'all's business anyway, but the fact that y'all just make stuff up just for views is absurd. Hey, beautiful, how are you? I have not been doing well. The abscesses are really kicking my ass, and I've been struggling. I go to a dentist one day. I can't really afford to get it pulled yet, but I'm just going to find out what it's going to be. I have a job interview next week, so I'm trying to keep it all together. I have 4 dental abscesses because that was the thing when I was at Dixie's. I was doing the brush my teeth every day, hold myself accountable, and they kept putting me through all this abuse to try to take me out so they could get away with their fraud and their crimes. But they didn't. God protected me through every situation. They did take my dog. They did take everything I own, but God has walked with me through this, and I'm grateful for that. And He is definitely showing what really happened and exposing these people for who they are, which is all I wanted. Yeah, I don't have another choice. Like yesterday was very scary physically. I've been starting to even lose my voice. My abscesses are doing a lot of damage since it's got staph squishing out of my gums every day. And it's staying in there in the back, but in that little spot it squishes out the staph. It's really bad. Yes, it already is. When I saw the truth from the beginning, I knew what happened. So I always was just I just trusted God. I just knew that no matter how much they try to pull, that God is giving me a way for the truth to come out, and He is with this court case, because I've been able to prove and show everything I said, and they cannot. So I'm looking forward to it. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, and the worst thing is just not even knowing exactly where it's coming from. I know this tooth is bad, but I have 4 abscesses, so I'll probably need almost all my teeth pulled, and I can't do that without a job. But it's hard to work with 4 dental abscesses because I get so freaking tired. It's okay. I knew what was happening when it started. God told me, just record everything. Just share your story. You're gonna get bullied coming out as a late diagnosed autistic woman. You're gonna get bullied coming out as someone who's promoting homelessness pretty much. I was talking about how homeless people treat each other better than, people who are supposed to help each other and have the means to. And they just proved that. People exploited me and hurt me and lied about my autism and lied about my homelessness for views and money and to commit fraud instead of being decent people. And they even pretended to be domestic violence advocates to put me in abusive situations. This is some Epstein level cult SHIT going on TikTok, and people just look the other way. And they help people exploit autistic people and homeless people and group up and do it to where over 100,000 people were bullying me when I was the one being abused. They should be ashamed. I know, and I have sent in a full report to TikTok about that Farm Life lady and K-Cat and everybody, and I'm sharing all the views, every single screenshot where she's going in lives, tagging me, talking about me, stalking me, where they're asking like, why is this lady following you? She's been doing it for 3 years just to impress Mama Tot. Saying she stole my dog when we all know who stole my dog premeditatedly, showing the videos of Mama Tot saying she's my sister when I met her one time 30 fucking years ago. Never grew up with her, never in the house with her, don't know what state she lives in, don't know what her favorite color is. I swear on my fucking life. And yet Mama Tot pops her nosy fucking ass in my shit and says she's my sister, so the cops let her steal my shit. Make it make sense, Jesus. Yeah. I only ask people to let me know if she's exploiting other autistic people, because what she did with Yeehaw Jace, that whole, are y'all mad? That was another autistic creator's creation. And she goes and copies it and like passes it off as her own. And she did the same thing to me. One of my viral videos in the desert while I was homeless, she made one just like it and then made fun of me for being homeless and tried to lie and say I wasn't homeless, like for views. And so her and Slot could get gifts when they were having their reality show, making fun of me and having people pretend to know me that I haven't seen in 30 years. Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I look even more beautiful. My hair has gotten voluptuous and long. I really want a haircut, but because it's like super thick. Thank you. That's awesome. I would love to get together with you some this summer. Did you say there was like one day I'll come over there and if they have like a swimming pool or a little water park or something like that, me and you and the kids could go. I think I could handle it if I was with y'all. Y'all go check out my last acapella video. Thank you. I had sang Simple Man in a video this morning. When I got big on TikTok, I sang Somebody Saved Me by Jelly Roll. I was homeless in the car. I was staying at the shelter. I was staying in the car during the day because you can't stay in the shelter in the morning time. So, Mama told me when I was young, come sit beside me. Thank you. Yeah, any kind words and reposts are appreciated. Shadow dancing inside of our closet. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, not at the gym. I mean, I wouldn't mind going to the gym with you. Where is Newfoundland? Where is Newfoundland? staying put because I want to hold these people accountable. I want to make them show that they are lying and that they had me fraudulently arrested to try to pin their crimes on me. So I'm going to ride this pony all the way out. I'm looking for a job and I'm trying to take care of my teeth. But then after that, I have actually thought about getting closer back. I don't want to move back to Florence, but it would be nice to just be like an hour or two away. I'm not very far right now. But yeah, I just watched the series Nashville all the way through. I wouldn't want to live in Nashville though. I will call you later today, Lauren. But yes, I'll still be able to visit you. Even if I went to Tennessee, I can still come see you. But right now, I'm not planning on leaving anytime soon. I just want to get through this thing and show that Dixie and Purple Picket had set this whole thing up. They were working together. They were working with Mama Tot and Slot, and now they're all turning on each other because they all want each other to prove that the story's true when they made it up. So, bless their hearts. So now Corey's refusing to do Dixie's dirty work, and they got that Donna lady lying for her now, the same one that stalked me in Bob's Live and told her the lies that Mama Tot told her, that I didn't go to college, just trying to keep me from getting work and keep me from having friends. I did go to college. I'm a year away from a fucking master's degree in mental health counseling. They targeted me. They dehumanized me. They tried to take away anything that made people see that I was a real person so they could get away with trafficking and abusing me. And I'm sticking to my story all the way to the end. Because it's the truth, baby. And their lies are crumbling around them. And they just had some idiot stupid enough to do all their bidding long enough. And now people like Corey that lied and manipulated are getting hit with karma. When he was making fun of me, lying about my autism, his mom passed away the next day. He didn't get the lesson. Now a family member's going to jail. He's not getting the lesson. I think you should back off of me. Quit hurling your evil at me and making fun of me for views. Quit stalking me. Because if you don't stop, you're going to keep getting this bad karma. It's not a coincidence. It's you stalking me inside my home and getting my address to intimidate me out of going to court because you know you made up lies about Dixie. It's pathetic. Just tell the truth, Corey. Ugh. Yes, I know, and it's scary, like where I had to be escorted out of court. He dresses like me. He is obsessed with me. I, again, don't know him. He's just obsessed with me because Mama Tot made up all these lies about me and worked with people I cut off for abuse 30 years ago, so all her little minions come to her rescue and try to make her stories look true, even if it's the biggest lie in the universe, because she's a narcissist. So they build up her ego and do what she wants, while she's taking advantage of people in domestic violence situations, and she's working with people who are collecting money for those survivors. Thank you for the high march. No, that's the thing, is like he was not even part of it. He was not supposed to be there. But yes, at this point I'm taking legal action against him. No, I'm good. I'd rather be on TikTok and show the fraud that was committed against me from World Champ and Big Keen and Indian Outlaw and Slot and Mama Tot, and I want to show that they had Dixie and Purple Picket do this shit to me on purpose, and I want to keep telling the truth. Thank you, Lauren. St. Patrick's Day is my favorite holiday. I have a 4-leaf clover with angel wings. They all were. That's what this whole thing has been. And I found out that they had formed a hate group against me on Facebook and on some site called Reddit, where they just make up lies. And they had premeditated all this with my ex-husband's wife, just like I thought. I was right the whole time. And they knew I was right, and they didn't want to get caught, so they tried to put me in an institution and make me look crazy so they wouldn't get caught for their fraud and felonies. But God had other plans. Thank goodness. Thank you so much for all the gifts. I appreciate it greatly. Something about you hit me like a freight train to the chest. I'm going to save the gifts I get for a little bit and try to get a haircut soon. But for the last 20 months, I gave everything away. But I do want a haircut because I have a job interview and I want to get it. And then I want to be able to get these teeth pulled as soon as possible. It does. It's not that it looks bad, it's that it takes like 3 hours to fix. Like it's like a lion's mane. Like it's an hour to dry, and then like an hour to curl this side and an hour to curl this side. So it's just a lot of hair. And like to go from the desert where my head was half shaved and have my hair grow this much, like I love it, but it's a lot of hair. The main thing I would want is just it thinned out, honestly. I don't want to cut a lot of length off. I just want to get it like shaped up and thinned out. And maybe cut to like here. Just get a little of the dead off. And one thing I want is I used to get it like shaved. Like back here. So where they take like all this out, but I could still do my Maryland curls. Her bio preaches the Lord, but her actions do not. Honestly, my whole platform is built on like chosen family and trusting God. As a homeless autistic woman that was stranded in the desert, I leaned on my faith completely. I've shared my story. And, I don't know. Yeah, and it's just being autistic, I can feel like every flipping hair, especially if I'm having sensory issues. Like they're just really overstimulated. And so when it's shaved, it just feels good. It's like then the hair just falls right there and you don't have all that mess on your neck. Well, it's not a hurry. It's just like I'm always transparent, and I've gave back everything I've gotten for 20 months. But I've noticed that the people that I was sharing with and loving on and caring about, they don't even really care about me. They message me and they'll be like, "You didn't come support this." Like Free Voice did that to me. Vivian did that to me. I gave her almost $60,000 over the last couple of years. Just everything I had made, I donated back. And then they get all the bullies to come in and make fun of me and dress like me for views. And like people were still letting it happen. So my thing was just when they were trying to make me look like a scammer, I just quit taking the payout on here for like over 20 months. Exactly, and that's the thing, is that God called me to come and be my true self. He didn't call me to put on a show. They made up the show, and I just kept letting God bless me. And so He sent me people to help me learn to be a better human, to learn to let people love me and to love them back. He's been there through the days that I can't face my own stuff and I lose it. He's walked me through, and even now I've got staff pouring out in 2 places. I'm sick, I'm tired, but I have so much faith and trust, and I know that I didn't come this far just to like quit. I have to keep showing up no matter what it feels like, and this tea thing is just getting me to where some days I can't show up. Like yesterday, I was a nightmare. This staff was like, puddling out there, and then here it's getting all caught in that big lump. Just have severe gum disease from being in the desert with no electricity or running water for 3 years. I'm looking for work. I've been the victim of targeted harassment, and this lady named Mama Tot went on her Facebook and disclosed my city and had the people that were working with her go on their website and say that I stole tips and made up rumors. So they had fired me. They hired me back because they saw what happened and that it was just gangs talking. But at that point, I didn't feel safe because Mama Tot's best friend, Corey, that stalked me to court and dresses like me and does all this shit, stalks my teenage son. And he's a 50-year-old gay man and he's stalking my teenage son. And like, he's over 30 years older than him. It's just gross. Really needs to stop. Yeah, I know. I've got screenshots after screenshots of all these people. A bunch of Mama Tot's friends that are 50-something years old on my child's inbox. Like, how the fuck do you know my teenage child if you're not stalking me? Exactly. Weirdos. Oh, I didn't get the other box. We're gonna pick what kind of hot tea I want to make. I think I'm gonna get back to do my diamond art soon too. I'm making one for a friend right now. That's not true, and that's not how you spell it. They were talking to me and everything was fine until Mama Tot started calling my daughter and giving her money and doing weird shit. My daughter was calling me from the beach and we were talking for hours. We were doing amazing. And then when Mama Tot started gaslighting her and telling her I need help and all this stuff, now she's not talking to me. But she was every day for almost a year. Like a lot of days. And then Mama Tot did what she did because I said that my daughter had told me that the TMH lady working with Mama Tot had called her, and that's when she starts contacting my child, which is weird as fuck. It's very invasive. I trusted this lady when she posed as a domestic violence advocate, and now that I know it was all a lie, and she's only done this because she was working with my ex-husband's wife and wanted to make me look bad because I remind her of her mom. So she came to me and pretended like she was helping me with autism and like getting out of burnout, but she wasn't. She was working with the people who were luring me to hurt me and try to get me put in the institution. That's who I'm talking about. Yeah, her name's Amy Downs or Slot, and that's the one that Mama Tot was advertising every night for people to go to her live and donate money to her when she was lying and stalking me and going back to somewhere I lived for a year and told everybody it was my childhood home. And she went to my ex-husband's truck stop because Mama Tot was working with my ex-husband's wife on 2 other hate groups other than TikTok. And then they got a hate group here on TikTok and had over 100,000 people make videos of me lying about my autism, lying about my entire journey based on lies that some lady I met one time 30 years ago told Mama Tot. She doesn't know me or my diagnosis journey. She didn't even know I went to college. She didn't know my last name. But because Mama Tot said she was my sister, she was allowed to steal my dog, all my things. The cops let her just take my shit because Mama Tot told them that she was my sister. And so they just let her steal my shit and nobody has given it back. It's ridiculous. But that's what gang stalking does to people. They get a bunch of people to call in the police and have someone arrested, even if they haven't committed a crime. I was the one that got beat up. I was the one they were trying to traffic. This lady named Dixie was trying to get me to go sleep with a man in Vegas. It was very scary, and so I was just trying to get out without getting hurt or raped by that man. And so I was begging for help, and they pretended like they were advocates and they were helping me. And then they lured me to another state so they could get my social security number. No, I got beat up in person. Oh yeah, it was on live. It's on my top 10 videos. You can see where they were jerking my dog out of my arm. She hit me in my face, broke my glasses. All I did was get my dog back, reach and get my phone, and she had already broke my glasses. But I submitted all that info into court, like my prescription, showed where she broke my glasses, showed where she hit me, and she has no proof of the assault because all I did was get my phone back. And then she tried to make it look like I was the one who committed the crime, and then had the lady who rescued me turn around and help her get a warrant. And they got it under the wrong last name and date of birth because they stole my birth certificate and put my mother's married name as my last name, because it was the same as that TMH lady that's working with Mama Tot, and they were committing fraud. They were working with World Champ and Ken and giving out social security numbers and committing fraud on the internet. And they were collecting donations to help autistic homeless women, and then they were buying each other pizza. And they got caught for it, for stealing over $1 million. Look up Amy Downs fake DV charity scam, and it'll tell you everything I just told you and that I was telling you for 3 years. It had happened in several states. The two ladies that had like set it up with Mama Tot and Slat were named Dixie and Purple Picket. They were two of the women that had lured me into places pretending to have safe housing. Several people did that to me. They acted like they were helping Mama Tot get me to safety, but that was not the truth at all. It was all a big scam. They were working with people I had cut off for abuse before they ever saw me in a bad spot. They had actually put me in the bad spot and had Sarah get me instead of me going with Jatea so they could control the whole situation and make it look like I didn't have autism so they could clear my family's name. So my ex-husband's wife had contacted Mama Tot on Facebook and Amy Downs, and they formed this hate group where all these people came out of the woodwork and act like they knew me. So this crazy bitch that goes by TMH on here, I don't know her whole name, I don't know what state she's in, nothing. And she contacts Mama Tot and tells her she grew up with me and she's my sister. And I had met her one time. I was told that she was my half-brother's half-sister. And that's all I remember. I don't know anything about the cunt. And yet she gets online with Mama Tot and tells her she's my sister. So Mama Tot turns around and tells her 12 million followers that she is. And they showed a video of Mama Tot saying she was my sister. And that's how the cops let her steal all my things and my service dog. And see, when I talk about the truth, they block me. But it's just what happened to me. And TikTok let it happen. Yeah, they were paying people to like pose as my family. Like, yeah, the girl Aunt Laura or whatever, I don't even remember her. I don't recognize her face. Apparently she was like married to one of my mom's husbands, or she was their sister, something like that. But I haven't seen her in like over 30 years. I don't recognize her. I don't know anything about her. She doesn't know anything about my diagnosis journey. She never met my kids. And it's crazy. Well, I've actually been telling this story for longer than a year, but people let me get bullied and harassed and they didn't help me. And so, yeah, now that I'm having to talk about it, like for other people's safety, they don't want me talking because I'm telling the truth, and they don't want the truth about Mama Tot and Slat out there. But I'm okay with continuing to tell the same story. Because the truth is the truth is the truth, no matter how many people you get to stalk somebody to try to make it look different. I'll be back in a second. They keep sending me